Hi, and welcome back to a new episode of a crafterstale podcast. My name is Nina, and I'm coming to you from Småland in southern Sweden. For all new viewers, this is a knitting podcast mainly, but I'm also talking about other crafts like sewing, embroidery, crocheting, and in this episode, I will also talk a little bit about carving in the end of the video. So stay tuned for that. But first we talk a little bit about knitting. As you can see, I have finished my morgonstjärna cardigan, and I'm really pleased how it turned out. I can stand up so you can see a little bit better how it looks. So this is a pattern that is published in Järbo R's new collection, and this pattern is designed by, I don't know if I pronounce her name right, don't think so, but she's called Rensche Rold, the designer. I think she's Norwegian, and the pattern is inspired by an old Swedish pattern from the 19th century, I think. And I think it's so beautiful. I'm really happy how it turned out. I knitted this cardigan in a lighter weight yarn than suggested in the pattern. In the pattern they used Järbo garn, and has I think 175 meters per 100 grams, and this yarn has a lots more. It's this yarn, you see, Bio Shetland, from BC Yarn, and it has 280 meters per 50 grams. So yeah, that's over 500 meters per 100 grams. No, I think no, I said it wrong. I think it has to be 175 per 50 grams for the Järbo garn they're using in this pattern. So it's a little bit more than 350 meters, approximately 400 grams. So yeah, it's a bit heavier than this one. So what I did is I went up 2 sizes. So I knitted, instead of knitting X small, I knitted a medium, and then I also went up 1 needle size, or half needle size. I think it's knitted in 3.5 millimeter needles, and I knitted this in 4 millimeter. So yeah, and first I was a little bit concerned that the fabric would be too loose, because it's a thinner yarn and I used bigger needles, but I made a little swatch, and I think I really liked that one. It was really soft and kind of flowy, so I thought I will try it, and hopefully it turns out well, and I'm really happy. I think if you knit this cardigan in a heavier yarn, it will be a lot more sturdy, and but I like it like this as well. So, and I think it turned out about 2 sizes smaller than what I knitted. So, and it's okay. And I used 3 colors. This beautiful natural white, and then I had this dark gray, and this beautiful brown reddish yarn. And I have a lot of yarn left. I think I used 2 skeins of white, and it's 100 grams of white. Then I used one skein of this one color and not even one skein of this dark one. So yeah, I think this will be enough for a second sweater. I thought maybe I will mix in some silk mohair and knit some stripy sweater or something. Yes, so this is my morgonstjärna and I'm really pleased. I steeked it. It's a steeked cardigan, and I can show you the ribbon I put inside. It's really cute. Looks like this. Small birds with tiny crowns, and it's really cute. And I bought this ribbon at a company. It's called Textile Gardens or Textile Garden. But I will put the link below so you can find it. They have really beautiful ribbons and buttons. I think the buttons are also from this company, and I think it's based in the UK. This company. It's a family company, and I did the buttons wrong one more time. I first encountered this company when I was at Edinburgh Yarn Festival 2 years ago, and they had a really beautiful stand with lots of beautiful buttons and ribbons. And then me and my mom ordered some things when I lived in Germany last year. So yes, so go check them out if you want to find some really beautiful buttons and ribbons for your projects. Yes, so this is my first finished object. I finished this cardigan I think last week, and yeah, we have taken some beautiful pictures outside in the snow. We have so beautiful weather here right now. December and half of January was so dark and gloomy and wet, and now we have lots of snow. It's cold. It's about -10 degrees most of the days, and the sun is shining, and it's just so magical being outside right now. And it's really lifting the mood, seeing the snow and the sun, and I hadn't had such a winter in many years now, so I'm really happy about this winter. Yes, my next finished object are my almuge socks, and I haven't used them yet. They're just lying in my box of socks, and I'm really pleased how they turned out. It's a pattern by Vicky Vira. It's a Swedish designer, and I don't think the pattern is available in English, but I'm not sure. I will put information down below, so maybe there's an English pattern. I can look it up. So these are knitted in Sandnes Sisu sock yarn. Ordinary sock yarn. I have decided for this year that I unfortunately will not knit so many more socks in natural sock yarn, because we have wooden floors here, and if there's no nylon in the sock yarn, there will be holes like so. So after 2 days of wearing, there will be a hole in the socks, and that's really sad. And I don't want to knit beautiful socks just to get them destroyed after a few days walking around on these floors. Maybe I have to knit some really thick slippers I can have over my socks, so you can see the socks but they protected on the underside. I don't know. Oh, Saga is waking up. Just go up and check her. We are back. Saga woke up, so she is going to join us a little bit. Oh. What? Yes, that were all my finished objects. No, I have one more. That was almost finished, and this is my Katie's cap. And it looks like this. And I used it a lot already. It's turned out really soft. I used Jamieson's of Shetland, Spindrift and Rauma Finul in this. I think the blue and the green are Jamieson's and the rest is Rauma Finul. And yeah, it turned out a little bit too big, so I think I will felt it down a little bit so it will fit me a little bit better. I can show you. It's okay, but it's gliding down over my eyes sometimes, so I think I will just felt it a little bit so it will fit a little bit better. And as I said in the last episode, it's a 3D pattern published for Shetland Wool Week for last year, and the designer is Vilma. Oh, what's her surname? I'll put it down here. And yeah, she designed this pattern. She's a really famous Shetland designer, and this pattern was taught to her by her mother, and her mother's name was Katie, and she was a Shetland knitter. She knitted sweaters we're selling sweaters, so yes. Yeah. So I'm really pleased how it turned out. So this is my last finished object, and then I have some more going on. I had a fun little new idea for the podcast, so I thought that I can tell you something about a specific topic that has to do with knitting or spinning or sewing, some fiber craft, so it fits into the podcast. And then I will ask you a question, and you can answer that question in the comments. And in the end of the episode, I will reveal the answer to that question. So speaking of Shetland knitting, Fair Isle knitting, it has come to my ears that apparently Shetland knitters could knit 200 stitches a minute. So here's my question for you. Do you think that is true or false? So let me know what you think, and in the end of the episode I will tell you the answer to that. The yarn I ordered 2 weeks before Christmas for my slipover. I wanted for Christmas. Finally arrived. I think it arrived in the middle of January or something. Yeah, and I started knitting a little slipover. Let me show you. Just have separated for the back and the front. So the back is almost finished, and yeah. Oh. The yarn I'm using is Drops Air. It's an alpaca yarn, really fluffy and soft. And yeah, I think I ordered 3 skeins, and I think it should be enough. I have a little bit left, so that will be enough for the back. And then I only have to make the front and the ribbing around the armholes, and then so I think I don't need 3 skeins. Maybe there will be a little left over. And yes, so that, and this is a pattern I found on Ravelry. It's called Viola's Slipover by no, I don't know the designer's name, but I will put it down here. And yeah, this is finished soon. And yeah, I think it would be nice to have something warm just on the body to keep me warm. And then I have started a little baby knit for a friend of ours. She had a baby boy a couple of weeks ago, and I'm knitting a little overall for him. Yeah, let me show you how it looks. It's a pattern by Sandness yarn, and it looks like this overall. You can see it. Yeah. And I'm using it's Baby Lanette by Sandless yarn, the yarn I'm using. Yeah, some cute things in this. So that is one project, but right now I'm really not feeling knitting on this because it's the same all the time. It's really boring actually, but I have to get it finished so it will fit him for a while and not be too small already when he receives it. But I'm knitting it's from 1 to 3 months, and he's only 2 weeks old, so I think it's okay. Yeah, yeah, ein Baby. Ein Baby, the Schnulli. And then I have one last project on my list. I received this beautiful pattern from Sophia, her new pattern, the Licta mittens. And I have so many mittens, but Saga needs a pair, and there's no baby size or children size, but I just cast it on some stitches and in these colors, and yeah, the cuff is finished, and I have to start with the main with the mitten, and I have to count a little bit how many stitches I need, so it will so it works out, and I will knit them without a thumb. So that Saga has some nice knitted mittens because she doesn't have knitted mittens yet. And yeah, it's good to have when it's so cold outside. And right now she has only some really thick mittens, and she can't do anything when we're outside. She can't do anything with the mittens on. So I think it would be nice to have a little bit more. Yeah, I think she can do a little bit more with knitted mittens. I hope so. Yeah. So I hope it will turn out good. No idea how I will do it, but yes, I think it will turn out. So that was everything I've knitted right now. I will cast on for I will cast on Lucas after Sol sweater really soon. It's this one, and then I will knit it in the same yarn as I knitted my morgonstjärna cardigan. I only have to swatch for it, and then I will start. And my plan is that I will knit the cuff, and then that he can knit the body, because it's only plain stockinette in one color, and he can knit a little bit. So he knitted a hat, I think 2 years ago. So I think he will manage. I will help him, but yeah, I think it can be fun if we can knit together a little bit. And he said he wanted to do it, so we will see how that turns out. Ja, det mag vi pappa. Polly. Und det hat Mama. Gell? Den Polly hat Mama. Yeah. Yes, and now I promised I would show you some carvings, and of course I'm talking about nostepins. So here they come. So I hope you like my little carving video. And now I will show you what I'm carving on. I have 5 nostepins almost done. And I can show you the first one. It's this light little fox. It's a fox pup. And I think he looks really cute. Yeah. But then little fox. Little fox pup. You're a little human puppy. Just a little fox puppy. So this is the first one that is finished. Then I have another fox. Big fox. Mama fox. No. Looks like this, sleeping on a tree stump. I have to paint some more details, some more black on the nose, and I think I will paint the tree trunk a little bit brown. Yeah? So 2 foxes. Foxes are one of my favorites to carve, and of course owls. So I have 2 owls as well. And the first one is a barn owl, and I'm not quite finished with the painting yet. I have to do some more details. And yes, I think this turned out really well. I have different kinds of wood. So this is I don't know what this is kind of wood. Yeah, but this is linden or lime wood. In this one, this little eagle owl sleeping. I really like the feathers on the back. They turned out really well. And this little fox is carved in juniper wood, and this one, this is carved in birch wood. Yeah. And then I have one last, and it's not quite, I have to carve a little bit more on this one, and it's this penguin. It's the first time I'm carving a penguin, and they have such a simple shape. There's actually not much shape to them because they're just long and yeah, okay, how can you describe them? But there's not so much detail except for the head and the beak maybe, but it was actually really hard to get the shape right. Yes, so it has carved a little egg between her legs, and I think I'm almost happy with how he looks. I think, I don't know, maybe he's a little bit big for an ostepin. Maybe for someone with big hands it's good. I have so tiny hands, so for me it would be like a little bit, I don't know, uncomfortable to hold an ostepin for a long time when it's so big. But I think there are many out there who have bigger hands than me. And this one is also carved in birch wood. And yeah, as you can see, I have to finish his feet, and yeah, then do some more details. But I think it will turn out really beautiful, and I'm looking forward to painting this because they have a lot of details in the feathers, so that will be fun. So, and these 5 nostipins, I will show you them all together. And the last one you wrote down. Just show you. Okay, can you gut haben? So, these 5 nostipins, 2 foxes, 2 owls, and 1 penguin. There will be a shop update. I think I will be ready maybe next weekend. So what date is that? I think it's the 14th. It's Valentine's Day actually. Yeah, maybe I can say on Valentine's Day. I will try to do this shop update to Valentine's Day, but I will come with more updates if I'm entirely sure on Instagram. So if you want to know, check out my Instagram, my the fox and the sheep Instagram. But I think I will put information in my crafterstale account as well, so you can find it. Yes. Oh. Yes. And yeah, what more? That was all carving and all knitting. So we have come to the end of the episode, and yes, let me tell you the answer to that question. It's not a simple answer because where should I start? I did a little research on that subject, and I found different answers, you could say, to that question. So, as you maybe know, Shetland knitters, there's maybe still a few left, but it was really a big how do you say, job for many women on the Shetland Isles to knit sweaters and hats in the Fair Isle style, in this style, and sell them. It was a big part of their income to sell knitting and knitted jumpers and so on. And yes, so the faster they knitted, of course, the more they could knit, and the more they could sell, and the more they could earn, of course. So I found some old videos There you can see Shetland ladies knitting, and they are really fast. And one of the reasons that I could knit so fast was, for the first, they knitted all the time, so it was their main job to knit, and so with much practice you get really fast. And then the Shetland style of knitting, you have a belt, a knitting belt. It's I think made of leather, and it has hole in it, and you can, yeah, and in the Shetland style of knitting, you use long knitting needles, double pointed needles, they like this, and you often use 3 or 4 needles to knit, and you poke the ends of the needles in the belt, so it will give you yeah, it will hold up your knitting, so you can just drop your knitting, or yeah, because the needles in the belt will hold it up onto your body. So if you can do lunch, cook something or whatever, make different things, just and drop your knitting, just do little different things, and then you knit again. So they're really knitted all the time. When they walked, when they cooked food, yeah, they knitted all the time. And the knitting belt helped them to just resume their knitting fast. And they always had their yarn balls on the belt as well, on a hook, and it was center pull balls, where the yarn comes from the middle, so it wouldn't, yeah, twist yarn. So it was easy to just yeah, come to the knitting, and yeah, it was not so much tangle and job to detangle. And so that are a few reasons why they were so really fast knitters. But does that mean they could knit 200 stitches a minute? So if you watch these old films of the ladies knitting, I watched a podcast, I can link it down below, and the lady in the podcast, she's talking about it, and she says that she counted the stitches they make per minute, and it's about 3 to 4 stitches per second, excuse me, second, not minute. And yeah, that would be about 200 stitches a minute. But do I think that a person today could knit 200 stitches? So I found, she's also a Shetland knitter, but from today. Her name is Hazel Tyndall, and she won the World Championship in knitting in 2008, I think it was. And yeah, so she won that contest, and she won that contest. I think she broke her own record with 262 stitches in 3 minutes. So that's 3 minutes, not 1. And yeah, so she's already really fast, I think. But yeah, today I think there's no need to knit so fast, because you don't knit all the time anymore. Saga woke up, so I just get her real quick. Where were I? Oh yes. So today there's no reason to knit so fast, because you don't have to make your living out of selling knitted items. And I don't think that knitters today knit all the time, so really all the time, and that I don't see there's no need in practicing up the speed of knitting. So yeah, I knitted, I counted my stitches in 1 minute, and it was 45. And then I tried to knit really fast. So normally I don't knit that fast. So and it was about 45 stitches. So that was, yeah, that's how fast I can knit. But I'm not the fastest knitter, I have to confess, because I don't like it. I want to, knitting for me is to do something calming, and I don't want to stress. So yeah, I'm a really slow knitter actually. But yes, I think 262 stitches in 3 minutes is pretty fast. I think that's about 90 stitches per minute, so that's pretty fast. Yeah, double my speed. Yeah, let me know in the comments how fast you can knit, and if, yeah, I thought we could do something like this in every episode to come. I talk about some topic and ask you a question, and yeah, maybe that could be fun. Let me know what you think. And oh yes, I want to do a Q&A for the next episode. So if you have any questions about me, about my knitting, about anything you wonder, just ask me in the comments, and I will do a question and answer episode next time. So yes, thank you for watching and listening, and yes, I hope you liked this episode, and I see you next time. Bye.